Hello and welcome to Writing Theatre. My name is ESTHER and co-anchoring me is
Christiana also.
Okay, on today's episode, we'll be looking at what media writing and information communication technology is all about. And today we're bringing a guest who have carved a niche in this industry. He is known to be an IT professional, a digital analyst, Cisco certified, and a Microsoft certified.
He's a blockchain analyst, a Google webmaster, as well as a cryptographer and a web host master.
Prince Steve is a founder and co-founder of multiple web platforms for about 20 years and a sound generation of the TTC graduates. But before that, we're going to go on a short break and bring in our guest to come and give us insight and explain more about what ICT and media writing is all about. Just stay tuned.
Hello and welcome back. You're still on Writing Theatre.
And yes, our wonderful guest is here with us. He's not just a man of I don't want to flat time because he's a man of
an embodiment of tech.
Thank you, as an embodiment of tech. He has actually carved the niche in this aspect, and he's not just a baby in it. 23 years, over 23 years. So, Mr. Steve, please can you introduce yourself to our wonderful audience listening to us?
Okay, thank you. My name is Prince Steve. I'm an IT person. Basically, I don't want to go into much details, but it's an enjoyable field, and this is what I've been doing almost all my life.
Okay, can you please tell us a little bit of your educational background, and let's just get to know you better.
Okay, I've spent time doing more of out of the box education because I found out that it was the future, and I'm really grateful I didn't do otherwise. But all thanks go to what's his name? Benga Regbeshola is the president of my organization. That's TTC. We're the second generation of TTC. That was where I kick-started from, and it's been a very, very, very memorable experience, even down the lane till.
Okay, sir. So, as an IT professional, would you agree that writing is important for this field of study?
Of course, writing is important. It's a key aspect because before you do anything at all, you have to write. In as much as coding is a machine language and properly interpreted by machine, doesn't mean that you wouldn't have a human readable language to write prior to your coding. So writing is an essential aspect.
So you mean there should be more like a manual book for this aspect, or whether we just go online and read and come back to practice?
Usually you have manuals, and you can always in any way acquire knowledge. The key thing about acquiring knowledge is what's it called? Passion. You need to be passionate about acquiring that knowledge. Once you're passionate about acquiring knowledge, it could just be maybe a pamphlet by the corner where you can pick a profitable knowledge from. So it doesn't have to be in a particular.
Okay. So I think you said something about binary, right? So the binary codes now, we're talking about I know back then in school we have the 1100.
Sure.
Are we talking in that aspect now? Or we have the advanced binary?
Basically, binary is, let's say, binary is like the basis of coding. Binary simply means something that has two different parts. And on average, if you look at anything affiliated with the binary code, you find 1 and a 0. This simply could be associated with just two parts. Maybe like an input and an output.
Okay, yeah. Garbage in, garbage out. So, sir, in the beginning of your career, was it important for you to write or just start coding? As an individual, how did you begin?
There was no way you could start coding without having to acquire the knowledge. Basically, something drove me into being interested in building a program or even coding anything at all. That's because I'd used one or two programs or softwares and applications that didn't work exactly the way I wanted them. And eventually, I thought I could make it better. But looking at then, it was a large undertaking because the resources and everything required wasn't necessarily available. But over time, because of my drive and my interest, and I was willing to pay the price, it's an expensive price, sometimes for some people, not everybody.
Alright.
But however, in the long run, I was able to pull through, and it's been a good one. There's nothing regrettable
So have you
about it.
written anything? Like, have you written anything?
I do have a few programs available in the cyberspace.
Okay.
A few of them are accessible, and they are targeted at the youths especially, and the young people in Nigeria especially, and across the world, where I provide very expensive resources at a discounted rate.
Okay.
And I mean, when I mean discounted, as in
Very,
very,
very low.
discounted. That's like
So they can be
98%.
able to access.
So as to attract them into the industry.
Is it just for the youth? Because you said for the young people and the youth. What about elders that have, okay, I think let me
They're
just go into
interested
this.
in, like, they
What
want
about them?
My target is basically the youth, because when the youth in a nation empowered, even the elderly ones will be automatically. That's why you see some of our daddies and mommies dancing all those funny dances. They didn't learn it from anywhere. It's from
So now
their
we want to
children.
catch them young.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so currently in the tech space, there are content writers called education technical writers. What are the experience or skills do you know those people need?
Most especially, you have to understand human psychology
Right.
in order for you to write something that is technical, productive, and attractive, and could gain readers. And you see, one thing with the web is that when you're writing a content and the content is impacting lives, you would see the result and begin to have the traffic, we call it traffic, and the
Okay.
popularity on the web. So it's just basically interest and the vast knowledge about humans and technology that would help you do better in writing if it comes to technology.
So, as a skill required, you need to be advanced in technology. You need to go, know the world keep evolving every blessed day. So
Yes.
you need to be in line with what the present technology. Is that what you're trying to do?
You have to be updated and informed about
Okay.
it.
Alright,
Yeah,
sir.
because we have changes coming up. Like
So, do
every
you
other
think right now, in the present world, the media has been able to help tech, or
Or tech
it is
has-
vice versa?
If I must be very honest with you, it's vice versa. However, the ratio, or I would say, let me just use the ratio. Basically, technology has helped the media much more
Okay.
because you are able to reach much more people. For instance, if you wake up in the morning and want to pick up a national daily, if you are not able to get out and don't pick that paper, you might not find it by
Yeah.
tomorrow. And but you see, with technology, you can just on your bed and then you tap your phone and then you're able to pick some
Information.
breaking news or something.
Okay,
you know.
sir.
Yeah.
Alright, that's so wonderful, because I think at this point we need to actually go on a short break, and when we're back, we'll continue with this wonderful insight.
I'm
Okay.
super excited over here. I'm just grabbing, so I can't wait to be back over here. So we'll be right back on this same channel, okay? Writing theater is what we're doing here. Stay back with us. We'll be right back.
Admission into Nigerian Institute of Journalism, full-time and part-time national diploma, higher national diploma, and postgraduate diploma program for 2022-23 academic session is on. Suitable qualified candidates should visit www.nij.edu.ng, check portal and click the link admission. Fill the online form and pay the required fee for the application, or call 0805 919 6459 0805 919 6459. NIJ, Center for Communication Excellence. Excellence. Excellence.
Welcome back to Writing Theatre, and if you're just joining us, we were talking about ICT and media writing. And before we went on the break, he said something that we asked him a question. Do the media give credence to tech industry, or tech industry give
Credence to.
And he said, in his word, now he said, tech give credence to the media industry. So,
Do you think that there's this myth, okay, that tech people do not have a sociable life? They are just glued to their computers, they don't just have a sociable life. Is that true? Since you are the professional here, tell us. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. I think that's it.
yeah. Yes.
Actually, that's like almost very, very correct.
Okay.
However, you can do without living a sociable life.
Okay.
And the greatest achievers on the surface of the earth all had similar prices to pay.
Yes.
Yeah, so once you're doing anything that is, I'm not expected to have a regular life like every other person.
Ordinary person out there.
Yes.
Okay.
So these are part of the prices you have to pay. So that's quite true. But we also try to do our checks and balances so that your wife no go leave you rock come
That's what I was about to like say that. Okay, since it's like you do not have a social life, but if I can remember, I was like, how did you used to go out to play those basketball? And
these are my leisure time, and I would always do things like that when I have the time. Or when the head is or the brain is not assimilating anymore,
So
because you kind of get exhausted.
To get your phone, you go for basketball and the rest. So,
Yes.
sir, I'm going to ask you, what are the challenges do you think a tech professionals face?
That's quite enormous. But let me pick the very, very critical ones.
Okay, sir.
They're as important as anything you can ever think of on the surface of the earth. One, it will shock you, has to do with the policies in the country.
The policies.
Yes,
Okay.
they are very, 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 very terrible to a lot of companies, especially startups and young people that want to venture into the industry. Sometimes you want to run an application or a program. You need the servers. The servers are situated in the cloud. They're situated overseas. You need to make payment. You don't have the means to make payment even if you have the money. Is that
How is
terrible?
that possible?
Yes, very possible. If you go to your bank and make inquiries as of today, they'll tell you that the maximum amount you can spend from your ATM card or probably something is $100, and you're needing to make a payment of about $3,000 or something. If you were to pay $100, that would take about 3 years or more.
But in today's technology, we have online payments where you can pay. Like, for example, I think Zenith or GT Bank don't allow you to pay online. But others upcoming banks like the online banking, mostly, they specialize in a way you can pay online above the limit being given. So do you still think these are the challenges, or the fact that you've not been able to touch that surface yet?
Those payment options can't even facilitate what the banks can facilitate.
Wow,
So
okay.
they don't even make available the option in foreign exchange.
Okay, so
Yeah, basically for local currencies, they do all that. That's one of the challenge. Another is power supply. Another is internet. And these are a whole lot of
Common
factors. The list they are innumerable. Basically, you can't exhaust it. Too many challenges. Too many. Yeah, too many.
So what's your advice to the people out there watching you right now? They want to hear from you. Someone to go into this profession. But what would you like to tell them out there? What would you want to?
Oh, if you're listening to me, it will be fantastic for you to know that the first thing you will need, if you're interested in venturing into this dimension of knowledge, it will be fantastic if you pick up your passion for it first of all. Once you have the passion, why the passion is very necessary is because when things go down, you keep moving.
Okay.
A lot of things went down. COVID came.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
banking system failed.
Yeah.
A lot of things failed. The network suppliers failed. The ISPs failed. but most of us kept moving. Some
But
fell along the way.
during that period, actually opened our eyes more to a working space. They said the word is a global village. We were able to access working from home without you going to the office, and yet you still perform the same function.
Like during the COVID, a lot of people, they stopped going to office,
the office,
and they were still doing the same work from the comfort of
yes,
their home.
that is because the environment and this part of the world does not give importance to these things. It's actually very important, very, very possible for you to run an entire organization without having anybody assembled anywhere.
That's actually a wonderful conversation right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. And like you said already, he said ICT media, ICT technology and media writing need to be together. Yes, though the tech right now is giving credence to media writing, but they kind of intertwine with one another. And I'm going to give us a recap on who our guest is today. He's actually called Prince Steve Ogbu. He is an IT professional, a digital analyst, a Cisco certified, Microsoft certified, and system administrator. He is also a Google webmaster, a cryptographer, and a web host manager. Prince Steve is the founder and co-founder of multiple web platforms for about 23 years and a second generation of TCC graduates. My name is Esther Williams, and co-anchoring with me
It's Christiana also. Thank you for staying with us. Bye.